In today's YouTube video, guys, we are going to be going over the new top 5 overpowered guns that you need to be using here in Season 2. Now, since the beginning of Season 2 and throughout the weeks already, a lot of nerfs and buffs has happened in these hot fixes that we have received, and we need to go over a new list of weapons that you need to be using. So if you guys are new here and find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with noties on, and let's get into it. Now, for our first weapon in today's video, guys, we have the BP-50, which I don't think no one could argue with me. This isn't the best weapon in the game right now. It's banned in the CDL, it's banned in rank play, just overall a new weapon. It's very broken, we all know that. Now for this class up though, we're going to start with the rear grip here and add on a must-have attachment, which is the IV grip tape. This weapon doesn't have the best recoil control, and with it having a fast fire rate, those don't work together, so we need to add this attachment on. It's a must-have. We're making the weapon more calm, really accurate, really easy to use, but also we're getting a lot of recoil control for this weapon, so we are going to have better control. So we are going to be adding this on for our first attachment, and like I said, it is a must-have here. Now for the magazine, for our next attachment, we're going to be adding on the 45 round mag. Again, a must-have attachment here. With this weapon having a fast fire rate, we don't want to have to reload all the time, and the 20 round mag is out of the question here. We're never going to run that. If you want to run the base magazine, just know you're going to be reloading all the time. But with the 45 round mag, with you being accurate with this build and everything, and we working on damage, the time to kill is going to be crazy fast. You don't have to reload all the time. It's not going to slow your flow, so we are going to be adding this on for our next attachment, which again is a must-have here. Now we're going to go to the underbarrel next, and we're going to be adding on the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop grip. We're going to work on a little bit of handling. With this weapon having some high handling, it's going to be really good here, and we're also working on a little bit more recoil control as well. With this weapon it being easier to control and everything, but now also we have a faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. You're going to have that run and gun type of play style, steamroll through everyone, and just have a nice play style, be more aggressive, get those high kill games. This attachment is really nice. Now for the muzzle, we're going to be adding on the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor. We're not going to be showing on the radar. We have better control of our weapon, better bullet velocity, where our bullets are traveling faster and able to hit our targets faster, and also we're getting better damage range. Again, getting a faster time to kill. Our bullets are traveling further and everything, which is really nice. And then for our final attachment, guys, we're going to the barrel here and adding on the Lure 9 Heavy Barrel. We're getting better bullet velocity and range, getting that faster time to kill and everything, more gun kick control and recoil control, and again, firing aiming stability, which is always important. Now for our second weapon here, which is actually the second best assault rifle, and that is the HOLGER 556. Now after the Season 2 update with them nerfing the MCW, the HOLGER 556 is now better than the MCW. You could argue with me if you want, but with this weapon not getting any damage range nerfs or anything like that, this is going to stay the second best assault rifle in Modern Warfare 3 until it gets a damage range nerf, making it better than the MCW now. But with this class up though, we are going to start with the optic, and you can add on whatever optic that you like I say in my videos, but for me, we are going to be adding on the MK3 reflector. I'm not too heavy on the iron sights. I know there is people that can use them. If you like the iron sights, choose this and use whatever you want. You can replace this attachment, but if you don't know what to run for an optic, make sure you choose the MK3 reflector, which I think is now the best optic here in Modern Warfare 3, so we are going to be adding this on here. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the Banner 80 light barrel. Now I feel like this is a really important attachment for this class setup, just because here in Season 2 as well, this weapon did receive a small handling nerf. So this attachment here is basically going to revert all that. We're getting more sprint speed, movement speed, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, just fixing this class up to make it even better, have more an aggressive playstyle, move faster around the map, get into more engagements, get those high kill games, and this barrel is going to help out a ton here. Now for the underbarrel, what we're going to be doing is going over here to the grips, and we're going to be adding on the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. This can help with gun kick control, aiming auto sway, horizontal recoil control, and firing aiming stability, which I think is the most important with this class setup. Just having better control of this weapon is always good, because up close it's going to be really good, and then once you start getting into those medium and long range gunfights, this attachment is going to come in clutch, so we are going to be adding it on. Now for the magazine, we are going to be adding on the 40 round mag, just for a larger magazine size. Now with the HOLGER now having a crazy fast fire rate, it's actually really easy. With us having an accurate build, you're going to be hitting your shots accurately. You're not having to use as many more bullets and everything. So we are going to be adding this on just to prevent us not reloading all the time, losing our flow and everything. We don't want to lose that, so we are going to be adding on the 40 round mag. And then for my final attachment, guys, we're going to jump up here to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the Ascent Lord stock. Now I use this this in my last build, and honestly, I have to say this attachment is very underrated. With anybody I've seen using this weapon, you know, making class ups, using it in gameplays, nobody uses this stock, and I'm telling you, it's super nice. The firing aiming stability is going to help out a lot. We're getting aiming auto sway, and we're also getting a little bit more gun kick control. Now, we have to bring some SMGs into this video just because I feel like here in Season 2, the SMGs are very dominant, and of course, we are going to be bringing the best one in today's video, which is the Ram 9. Now, I went over this weapon yesterday if you want to see a little bit of gameplay, which I'll be showing the same build that I was in yesterday's gameplays. Now, for the first attachment, we are going to go to the muzzle here, and we're going to be going to the flash hiders, and we're going to be adding on the ZM35 compensated flash hider. We're going to be shortening out that radar ping, so it's going to kind of look like a suppressor. I talk about it a little bit in yesterday's video. You know, if you fire, by the time they look at that radar, you're going to be vanished. You're not going to be there no more, so this attachment is going to help out a lot. We're getting some vertical recoil control, horizontal recoil control, and also some firing aim stability, which is going to help out a ton with this weapon since it has some crazy fast fire rate. So we are going to be adding this on for our first attachment. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop grip, sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and we're also getting some more recoil control for this build. Now, with this weapon having a fast time to kill, working on that handling, working on that recoil control, this attachment is really important for this class up just because it's going to allow you to be more aggressive, but also keep better control of the weapon, which is really good. So we are going to be adding on as well. Now, for our next attachment, I'm going to switch up one thing on this class up compared to yesterday's video. Yesterday's video, I used it as a secondary, and this one is going to be as a primary. So with this being a primary build, we are going to go to the magazine and add on the 50 round mag. Now, this is going to help out a lot, you know, not having to reload, and with this weapon having a fast fire rate, we don't want to have to run out of ammo so fast. So the 50 round mag is a must have if you are using this weapon as a primary. If you're using it as a secondary, like I was in yesterday's video, don't add a magazine on. So with this being a primary build though, the 50 round mag is going on. Now, with the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the Retort 90 grip tape. Now, again, like I said in yesterday's video, this is a must-have attachment on this weapon just because we need firing aiming stability, gun kick control, and recoil control. With the weapon having a crazy fast fire rate, we need to have this on. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the stock. And like, again, I said in yesterday's video, the HVS 3.4 pad is a must-have attachment on. This is the best stock. We're getting recoil control, aiming auto sway, firing aiming stability, and more recoil control. Now, we have another SMG coming in today's video, and that is the HMR9, which is one of the newer SMGs in Modern Warfare 3 as well. A really popular weapon in Warzone right now, which is also really good here in pubs. It was banned in ranked play, so you know the SMG has to be really good with the right build, which I'll be showing you guys. And for our first attachment, we are going to the muzzle, and again, we are going to be adding on the ZM35 compensated flash hider. We're going to shorten that radar ping. We're getting more recoil control and firing aiming stability, just helping the weapon be more calm, easier control, and we are going to show up on the radar still, but we are not going to show up as much. So it is going to come in clutch. We can still be aggressive and everything, and this attachment does help out a ton. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. Again, it's going to come in clutch with the HMR9 having a fast fire rate, so we are getting gun kick control, we're getting some horizontal recoil control, aiming auto sway, and also some firing aiming stability. Keeping the weapon more calm and smooth, but also getting more recoil control is always good with a fast-firing SMG like the HMR9. Now, must-have attachment on this weapon, which is our next one, we are going to be adding on the 50-round drum. With the weapon having a crazy fast fire rate, we need to have on a larger mag, which the 50-round drum should be the only magazine size that you're running. If you're running this as a secondary, don't run a magazine, but if you are running it as a primary, which I'm sure most of you guys are going to be running it as, make sure you are running the 50-round drum. Now, for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the PCS 90 assault grip. We are getting some recoil control and more gun kick control. It's going to help the weapon just be more calm, more easy to control, more accurate at those longer ranges, which is going to help out a ton. And then for our final attachment, guys, we are going to the stock here and adding on the folding stock. We're getting firing aiming stability, more gun kick control, and recoil control, just giving us full control of this build, and this thing doesn't miss at all. Now, for our final weapon in today's video, guys, we have the SVA 545, which I think is a must-have on this list here. Now, with the weapon getting buffed in the Season 1 Reloaded update, and with the MCW getting nerfed, I do believe now the rank for the assault rifles goes BP50, HOLGER, SVA, and then the MCW, which if you can master the 2 bursts on this weapon, you are going to destroy lobbies. That thing is super broken. With the burst fire thing on this weapon, it just makes this weapon superior out of most assault rifles. Now, for this class up though, we are going to be running the iron sights, and we're going to start with the stock here first and add on the Markev R11 stock. A really good attachment just because we're getting firing aiming stability, gun kick control, and we are getting sprint speed and movement speed, so we're moving much faster around the map, getting into more engagements, getting those high kill games, but also keeping control of the weapon, making it more calm. So we're going to be adding this on for our first attachment. Now, for the barrel, again, we are going to be adding on the precision barrel, a must-have attachment on this weapon just because this is the best barrel on the SVA. It makes it better at longer ranges, it has better bullet velocity, faster time to kill, bullet traveling further, aiming auto sway is gone, we have gun kick control, recoil control, again, just the best barrel for the SVA, and of course, it's a must-have attachment, so we're going to go ahead and throw it on. Now, for the muzzle, I haven't been using suppressors much, so I wanted to go ahead and throw on the Shadow Strike suppressor. It's really fun, you know, not showing up on the radar, being a ghost basically on the map. People ain't going to know where you are and everything, so they can't hunt you down if they're watching the mini-map. So having this on is going to help out a ton. You're going to get easy MGBs with this class setup and also get all your streaks, get your 100 kill games, and it's a pretty fun build to use here. Now we're going to drop down to the underbarrel next and add on the DR6 hand stop. Now with the stock giving us mobility and everything, now we can get a little bit more mobility but also gain more handling here with us getting more aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim walking movement speed, and movement speed as well. So we're just going to make ourselves move a little bit faster but also have that run and gun type of play style with this build if we need to get aggressive but also stay silent. So we are going to be adding this on. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the rear grip and adding on the Demo 650 grip for that firing aiming stability, which I think is the most important here, but also gaining some more gun kick control and recoil control. But in my opinion, these are the top 5 overpowered guns that you need to be using here in Season 2 as of right now. With the nerfs and with the buffs that happen, I think this is the best list that you guys should be using here in Modern Warfare 3. But if you use any of these class ups, let me know what your highest kill game was, and also let me know what your favorite class up that you use. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.